In Atlanta, blue lights usually mean relief. Drivers pull over, hands on the wheel, trusting the badge, the uniform, the voice that says, license and registration. For decades, that trust was exactly what a small group of men exploited. It started quietly. Late at night, mostly in Southwest and West Atlanta, cars were being pulled over by what looked like police. The vehicles had flashing blue lights, sometimes mounted inside the windshield, sometimes clipped on the dash. The men wore dark uniforms, some had radios. A few even carried handcuffs and firearms. They knew the language, they knew how to stand. They knew how to sound bored, official, unquestionable. And for a while, no one suspected a thing. The first cracks came from people who couldn't explain why something felt off. One woman reported that the officer who stopped her couldn't answer a basic question about her alleged violation. Another noticed the car had no department markings, no seal, no unit number. A man who was pulled over for a tail light violation later realized his tail lights worked just fine. But each person assumed the same thing. Maybe it was a special unit. Maybe it was undercover. Maybe I just didn't understand police procedure. That hesitation, questioning yourself instead of the uniform, is what allowed the fake cops to keep going. The impersonators weren't just playing cop for attention. Some demanded cash fines on the spot. Some searched vehicles without cause. Some stole phones, wallets, drugs, or weapons. In the most disturbing cases, victims later reported intimidation or assault. Because the men looked like police, many victims didn't report it immediately. Some were scared. Others had warrants or probation and didn't want contact with real law enforcement. The impersonators knew this and targeted it. They chose locations with poor lighting. They chose late hours. They chose people who were unlikely to call 911. What finally brought the operation down wasn't a dramatic chase, it was paperwork. A victim reported the incident in detail, including the car description and the exact words the officer used. Real Atlanta police noticed something important. Those words didn't match department policy. The stop itself violated procedure. Detectives reviewed traffic cameras, they found the car. Then another, and another. What looked like isolated incidents turned out to be a pattern. When police arrested the impersonators, they found uniforms bought online, aftermarket lights, fake badges, and weapons, some stolen, some illegally carried. None of the men were law enforcement officers. Not one. Even after the arrests, the harm lingered. People hesitated longer before pulling over. Drivers second-guessed real officers. Communities already strained by mistrust felt betrayed all over again. Police impersonation doesn't just steal money or property. It steals confidence. It turns a symbol of safety into a question mark. And that was the real crime. Atlanta wasn't the first city to face fake cops, and it won't be the last. The case became a warning used in community meetings and police advisories. Real officers will never demand cash roadside. You can call 911 to verify a stop. Marked vehicles and credentials matter. Trust your instincts. Because the scariest part wasn't that the fake cops looked real. It was that they relied on the public's trust to succeed.